Hi, this is Janine Elliott, and I have chosen Bereaved Families of York Region for my social media strategic plan. Bereaved Families of York Region is a subsidiary of Bereaved Families of Ontario, a charitable organization that offers free support through staff and trained volunteers to individuals and families who are grieving after the death of a loved one. For more than 25 years, bereaved families have provided education, counseling, peer group support, and professional referrals to the York Region community. A social worker and a board of directors oversee the charity. The executive director, bereavement services coordinator, the social worker, is the only paid employee. The board of directors and grief facilitators are all volunteers. The COVID-19 pandemic was disastrous for bereaved families. Not only could they no longer hold workshops or drop-in sessions, but two of their major fundraising events were canceled. Their one paid employee who guided all of the programs and trained the volunteers was laid off temporarily. Individuals struggling with grief were referred to volunteers by email and telephone. Fundraising stopped. The last Twitter post, back in March, announced the cancellation of workshops, golf tournament, and purse auction. The seasonal newsletter and email updates halted, as did the Instagram posts. The only active social media was pre-scheduled Facebook posts. A Zoom meeting of the Board of Directors and Facilitators resulted in the following actions to be achieved by September. Apply for government grants, develop new ways to deliver grief services, reorganize the office space to accommodate physical distancing, strategize and implement a vigorous social media program. The goal? To provide consistent, dependable support to the grieving community once again. Why social media? Well, for a start, social media allows two-way communication between the charity and the people it reaches. An article about social media in The Guardian states, and I quote, "Comment boards, forum, Facebook comments, and tweets give you the chance to engage proactively with those who support your work. This opens up the lines of communication for those who want to make direct contact with you." End quote. A research article published in the Cambridge Core Media found that social media is being recognized as an effective method of peer-to-peer support by providing interaction on how to cope with loss, self-care, and hope for the future. Posts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram can increase the reach to friends and family of the bereaved, thus increasing the audience. This is great for shareholders, businesses, and politicians who support bereaved families. Social media offers a venue to promote fundraising and advertise fundraising events. Measurable objectives. Increase social media posts by 30% by September and 50% by December 2020. Engage 50% of the trained grief facilitators in social media participation by December 2020. Return fundraising to 2019 levels by April 2021. The plan. Compose a clear message that Bereaved Families is ready to support the community with grief services immediately. Use the newsletter, email, existing Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts to disseminate this message. With the positive message of hope, include the ask for donations and sponsorship. Hold regular Zoom meetings with volunteers and facilitators for training and feedback. Document current analytics available on Bereaved Families' Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to form a baseline. Develop a social media playbook. Develop content, lots of content. Planned content. Set up a social media calendar using Hootsuite. Design posts that are interactive Engage in social listening, not only to bereaved families posts, but to other peer-to-peer support groups and professional organizations, such as CAMH. Explore other platforms, such as YouTube and TikTok. Surprisingly, there are a number of grief-related videos on TikTok. Pay for increased exposure by boosting specific posts. The advantages are that the chair of the board of directors is determined to launch an effective social media program. A grant has been received to hire a university student for the summer and upgrade the computer. The obstacles: not everyone will want to participate in social media, and the budget is very limited. This is a timeline which shows how the social media strategy can be implemented, ending in December and then beginning again in January with a detailed analysis of what has happened, whether this social media analytics demonstrate a positive return on their investment. Key performance indicators. A monthly review of social media analytics should show an increase in audience. Steady increase of donations resulting in the rehiring of the social worker. Increased correspondence with bereaved families through other channels. Initial budget of $10,000 for the next 4 months is needed to pay the student, purchase a new computer, and boost specific posts. Bereaved families of York Region is faced with the daunting task of restructuring their services and outreach. This report illustrates steps to be taken to make full use of social media and head into the next decade with confidence that they will thrive. This ends my presentation.